Hey everybody, Pat Mesiti here. It's 4 o'clock. We can hear the fighter jets coming over. Maybe it's I don't know, better be careful what I say here on Facebook. Who knows what it is. I thought I'd just do this outside today rather than inside, the way I normally do. But how many of you out there kind of get a little annoyed at the way you're treated by the banking sector? It's almost like you go into the bank, you've worked hard, you put your money in there, and then you've got a couple of options. You've got the ATM, which limits what you can and can't do, or you go to a teller who then begins to interrogate you as to why you're taking out money, why you need to take so much money out, what are you going to do with your money that you earned, that belongs to you? And the reason they do that, and I mentioned this the other day, is because that money is now their money. It's not your money. Now, yesterday I had an amazing webinar on decentralized finance, otherwise DEFI. And I know many of you all worry about, this and New World Order and all that, and rightfully so. We should be concerned about the New World Order and the World Economic Forum. But what I found out is that this goes above that and cuts them right out. Traditional banking is about to be completely disrupted. Now, here's why. Do you remember when they used to pay you 12% per annum on your savings account? Or term deposit was a great thing? Well, these days they're paying 0.01, and I'm happy to be corrected. Whereas decentralized banking will pay you up to 43%. Decentralized banking is a movement that will allow anyone to be free from the financial institutions and banks. And I believe it could lead to one of the greatest wealth transfers to the people. This morning, I interviewed one of the top trend forecasters for a future event. Spent an hour interviewing this genius of a guy. And he says, when all else fails, what they do is they send you out to war. He gave me a little bit of a history about Japan bombing Pearl Harbor and really what was behind that. He explained to me a lot of the banks, and you all know that we are controlled right now by banks and big pharma. And who gets hit? You and me, the little guy. And I was so impressed by yesterday, so impressed. Do you realise you could earn something like $4,000 per month in passive income? I was staggered. I was flabbergasted by it all. Now, I can't get into all the details, etc., on how that works, and I'm still wading my way through it. But another one is 199% using a system called APY. And again, I'm not a financial expert, but I was intrigued at the staggering returns that bypasses the banks. And one testimonial went like this. You go to a bank, you want to get $5,000 out. You got to explain, you probably got to put something in writing. They're going to tell you it's going to take a while. With decentralized banking, 2 minutes, your money's yours. And I've been on a mission to help create people's financial freedom. It's time to unbank ourselves. It's time to unbank ourselves. Do you remember when Uber came out? Well, the taxi industry were like, you get an Uber, you never know. You could be raped, you could be jumped on, you could be, all this shock horror stories because it was a disruptor. Netflix. Try and find a Blockbuster video store now. It was a disruptor. I believe this is a disruptor. And on the webinar, you're going to hear from an expert and world leaders that are telling us, don't discount decentralized finance. It's going to be the trend of tomorrow. Now listen to me very carefully. I'm not ranting and screaming and yelling and jumping up and down. If you don't want to be part of this on Saturday, the Encore, you don't, but you're going to miss out. And if you will recall, when crypto first came out, or Bitcoin say, those that got in early, well, they made a fortune. Of course, it's gone up and down, and as all investments do. So please don't put silly comments up here. I know investments are risky, but all investment is risky. What you've got to do is minimize your risk. High yield, low risk. High yield, low risk. And Saturday, I've convinced my friend to do an encore on Saturday morning. Now, already, we've only just announced it, and already over 300 or 400 people have registered already. I've got about 100 spots left, so I thought I'd come to my Facebook community and let you know that we're going to be doing this on Saturday, 11 a.m. Sydney time. The link is in the description here. I will also put a link in my chat. And what I don't want you to do is learn from non-experts. And it is an educational thing. If you want to increase your education, there's a way you can do it. If not, just come and listen and learn where we're headed. If you're using yesterday's methods in today's world, you're not going to have a tomorrow. And whilst there's a lot of doom and gloom out there, there's a lot of stuff happening for the people. For the people. And it's disrupting the systems. It's disrupting the systems. The interview I had this morning with a gentleman from New York, blow you away. It will blow you away. This is for something I'm planning next month. It will blow you away as to what's about to happen with Ukraine and Russia and banking systems and big pharma and everything else. But we've got to be prepared financially. And here's the great thing. It doesn't take a lot of dough, which I was blown away. Little investments that can give you high returns. Again, if you're not interested, that's fine. You don't have to attend. But I got so excited that I've invited this gentleman to come back on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Now, an update, Sunday, I have a powerful, powerful guest coming on board. And this guy, I would say, would have to be the prince of preachers. In all my years, his message that I heard a week ago, I quickly called his office and I said, could I use this message? And his office said, yes, thank you for the stand you're taking, Pat. Thank you for what you're doing. This gentleman is going to speak on a prophetic word on the progressive wokeness and what it's doing to our society. Now, that's going to be on this Sunday on Facebook, and it's going to be on our YouTube channel. And one of the things we're going to be doing as well is he's just written a 132-page book. And on Sunday, I'm going to tell you how you can access that for free. For free. You don't have to pay. It's free. It doesn't get much better than free, folks. Come on. Doesn't get much better than free. So that's Sunday morning. You'll see who it is, who the speaker is. I'm not going to pre-announce it. I don't need problems with the big tech companies coming in trying to shut me down and shadow ban and do the rest of the stuff that they do to us on a regular basis. One more thing I want to say. There's a lot of accounts out there that are pretending to be me. I just got ourselves verified, which is why I changed my name to Pasquale Mercedes. It's got the blue tick, whether it's Instagram or whether it's on my Facebook. Just be aware that there's a lot of scammers out there. And I would not inbox you saying, hi, Heather, how you going? Pat Mercedes here. What's your experience with COVID? And by the way, I now have this new crypto thing. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't direct inbox anybody doing that. Now, I respond when people directly inbox me, but I don't go chasing people up through Instagram or any of that. If you are on any of, get inboxed or messaged by anyone, firstly, check the spelling. Check everything, okay? This has 20-odd thousand, 30-odd thousand followers. And check those numbers as well. And see if there's that little blue tick, that verification tick. We did that to protect people. And I know many leaders globally have been, their accounts have been used, people pretending to be them, asking for money, asking for this. I don't do that. I preach on Sunday, take up an offering when we do that. We ask people if they want to give, great. If they don't want to give, no problem. We do our webinars, we do our seminars, we do these rants. We send texts out to people on our database. That's what we do. I do not directly inbox people at all. Won't do it, never done it, never will happen. Doesn't happen. Prayer and pushback, maybe we might ask you to put up a post for that, but never to invest. I don't do that. So anyway, Saturday is going to be an amazing day. I really hope many of you can share this message. Decentralized financing is the future, and it's about to disrupt the banking system. It needs to be disrupted. They are thieves. They're robbing you. $9 trillion a year. Wow. $9 trillion a year. They hit you with fees, and you don't get a piece of it. And they're using your money. And they hold your money. Then they hold you to ransom. Then they tell you how you can spend it. And the reason is they're trying to push us towards this digital currency. Well, we want to be ahead of the pole. We're not falling for that. We're not falling for the digital currency. We're not falling for the digital identity. Come on board Saturday. Give us an hour and a half. Just learn. It doesn't cost you anything. And ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is painful. So I'd encourage you, please share this. I haven't been jumping up and down, purposely made it more of a, brotherly chat. And we need to be aware of what's going on. The particular tribe of Israel, the children of Issachar, had understanding of the times to know what Israel ought to do. You can't stick your head in the sand and say, or your brain in a pickle jar and say, reserved until the rapture. Don't do that. Don't do that. You got to live. We live in this world. We're not of it. But I'll tell you what. I'll learn their systems, and bring increase to my family, friends, and abundance and prosperity to those that want it. So anyway, click on that link. I'll put it also in the chat. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday, and don't forget Sunday with my very special prince of speakers from the USA. It's going to blow you away on dealing with progressive woke culture. I'll leave you with this thought. God is a creator. He creates. The enemy, he duplicates. He does the opposite. God's got angels, they've got demons. We have born again, they got woke. They've got tolerance, we've got repentance. And so you're going to be hearing about that on Sunday. I would not miss out on that at all. And how it's affecting your children, your grandchildren, and what the long-term agenda is. Anyway, God bless you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, evening, whatever, and click on the link. Get to this thing on Saturday. It's going to blow you away, and we'll see you on Reborn on Sunday as well.